The classical melody of the UEFA Champions League echoes again in the middle of the week, and all attention is now focused on the theater of dreams. This is where the squad under the guidance of coach Erik ten Hag hopes to perform a miracle against Bayern Munich, aiming to advance to the knockout stages of the most prestigious European competition. The red jerseys have covered the stands of Old Trafford, accompanied by the usual fervor to boost the spirits of the players on the field after a bitter 0-3 defeat to Bournemouth over the weekend. They might be sad and frustrated, but certainly, in such a crucial showdown, genuine Manchester United fans once again place their trust in coach Erik ten Hag and his team. On the opposite front, the Bayern Munich players also exude absolute focus. Bayern Munich wants to showcase its strength with a victory, affirming its status as a formidable force in this season. Additionally, they expect Old Trafford to be the place to redeem themselves after an unexpected loss to Eintracht Frankfurt. This fact adds to the concerns of many Red Devils fans, as Bayern has a notable habit of bouncing back with dominant wins after each defeat. Surely, no Manchester United supporter wants to see that happen again in today's match. In the first 10 minutes, an open style of play was displayed by both teams, with Manchester United not appearing to be inferior to Bayern, surprising some observers. Yet, upon reflection, it is understandable as they are the ones in need of 3 points in this battle. This is indeed the last chance for the Red Devils, so there's no better time to give it their all. On Bayern's side, they are equally determined, attacking whenever possible and pressing into the home team's territory, resulting in a series of tit-for-tat exchanges. For example, Diogo Dalot's cross, Antony's right-wing breakthrough thwarted by Leon Goretzka, or Harry Kane's slightly weak shot just outside the penalty area. However, the attacking efforts from both sides concluded without any goals. In the subsequent phase of the match, the pace slowed down, and both teams began to show necessary caution. In the 23rd minute, the Red players executed beautiful passes on the right wing before delivering the ball to Luke Shaw. Spotting space in front of him, the English defender confidently unleashed a shot from about 20 meters. While it had the required power, the trajectory of the ball went straight into the hands of Manuel Neuer, and naturally, it posed no difficulty for the 37-year-old goalkeeper. Just 3 minutes later, Andre Onana's goal faced a sudden storm. Leroy Sane burst into the open space in the central area and passed to Musiala, but Diogo Dalot was quick to intervene and neutralize the threat from the German duo. In the 30th minute, Man United earned a free kick about 25 meters away, slightly to the right of Bayern's goal. In tightly contested matches like these, set-piece opportunities can create chances. Hence, one could sense the concentration on Bruno Fernandes' face in such moments. However, the shot from the foot of Portuguese midfielder Bruno Fernandes hit an opposing player before going out of bounds. Facing difficulties in the attacking phase, the defensive line of Manchester United is now confronted with a significant challenge. Specifically, the match was interrupted as Harry Maguire showed signs of injury after a dribbling move. Despite not experiencing any impact, the 1993-born centre-back displayed considerable pain. Immediately, the camera lens captured a worried expression from Erik ten Hag and the warming-up gestures of Jonny Evans. Ten Hag exchanged a lot with the medical team about Maguire's condition to decide whether this was a mandatory substitution. If so, it would undoubtedly be a considerable setback for the home team. Harry Maguire has been one of the most informed players recently, as evidenced by his November Player of the Month award in the Premier League. Before one could heave a sigh of relief because Maguire continued to stay on the field in the subsequent roll of the ball, something most undesirable happened. Maguire signaled that he could not continue to play and had to make way for Jonny Evans. At this point, Red Devils fans could only hope that this would not be a turning point in the entire match because, at the age of 35, the task of stopping the fast runners of Bayern Munich could be quite challenging for Jonny Evans. The first half's 45 minutes came to a close with no goals scored. Overall, it was a relatively subdued half and no clear-cut chances were evident. Despite having more control and more shot attempts, the statistical difference between Bayern Munich and Man United was not significant. Manchester United continued to create dangerous opportunities early in the second half, such as Antony's situation on the right flank before passing back to Bruno Fernandes, who unleashed a shot. Despite the time and space for adjustments, the Red Devils captain produced a shot that sailed over the crossbar, leaving a sense of regret. While Man United was still struggling to find a way into Bayern Munich's net, bad news struck again. However, it did not come from on-field developments, but from the opposite end, where Copenhagen had scored an opening goal. This meant that the difficulty for Man United was further compounded because they did not have control over their destiny, except for the need to secure 3 full points against Thomas Tuchel's coach team. The necessary condition for the Red Devils to advance is for the remaining match to end in a draw. The decisive moment arrived in the 70th minute, originating from a coordinated play in the center of the away team's players. Harry Kane delivered a precise pass with his back turned, tearing through Manchester United's defense and setting up Kingsley Coman in an advantageous position. Without disappointing his teammates, the French star carefully aimed and unleashed an unstoppable shot, leaving Andre Onana sprawling, unable to block the goal. A sense of despair and dismay was visible on Ten Hag's face. At this moment, it's unclear whether he was contemplating the match or his future. For Bayern Munich, once again, we witnessed the significance of Harry Kane. He may not be the direct goal scorer, but Kane always knows how to shine at the right moment and become the hero. Just a moment of defensive lapse from Man United and he made them pay immediately. Many were left in disbelief when they saw Manchester United's response right after. Andre Onana executed an exceptionally accurate long ball to Diogo Dalot, who had escaped the marking of Konrad Laimer to face Neuer. However, a lack of composure in the finishing touch caused their chance to slip away. The remaining minutes were the last desperate attempts of Manchester United. Despite actively controlling the ball, they lacked precision in their plays. They couldn't muster any shots on target towards Manuel Neuer's goal throughout the second half. Finally, the referee's full-time whistle sounded, with the victory leaning towards the Bundesliga representative. With this result, Bayern Munich not only confidently advances to the knockout stages as the top team in Group A, but also alleviates some pressure from the weekend's defeat. As for the defeated team, Manchester United, their despair only deepens. They not only stop at the group stage, but also find themselves at the bottom of the table with just one solitary victory. If at the end of the previous season, Manchester United fans were joyful and proud of their return to the Champions League, now this achievement brings disappointment and shame. There is no glimmer of hope, no seismic shift, or any miracle becoming a reality. Realistically speaking, what they are facing is a series of nightmares composed of abnormal declines in performance, lackluster gameplay, and a state of mind and spirit not pushed to the maximum. If they continue with performances like this, the sadness at the Theatre of Dreams will not end as easily as one might hope. In just a few days, Ten Hag's team must embark on a daunting campaign to Anfield, the fiery home of a Liverpool team in top form. Looking at what has happened and is happening, what many fans might be thinking is perhaps, when will this desperation finally come to an end? Once again, this is TD Sports. If you find this video interesting, please support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel to stay updated on the latest and most exciting sports news of the day. See you in the next videos.